Boy, oh boy, this is a tricky question. You see, we are told that there are X processors, and each processor can process up to a maximum of Y calls in any particular time. But when people use algebra to solve this question, they very frequently fail to notice the integer constraint for X and for Y. And algebra is usually not very effective. In fact, it's a disaster to use algebra when we have an integer constraint. It's just not made for that. I mean, X is a number of processors. It has to be some positive integer. Y is a number of calls. It has to be some positive integer. And that really makes a big difference in the answer to this question. So let's evaluate the statements right after the intro. So statement 1 tells us that we have 600 processors. And I'm thinking, well, even if the number of calls, the maximum number of calls that each of them can handle in a particular time is 1, which is the smallest that it could possibly be, then I get a definitive yes, they can handle 500 calls in a particular time. So statement 1 is sufficient on its own, and we should eliminate the answer choices that claim that it's not. So B, C, and E are gone, and we're down to A or D. Now with statement 2, we don't know how many processors we have. It's possible we only have one. And if we do only have one processor handling somewhere between 100 and 200 calls in a particular time, then the answer would be no. A single processor can't handle 500 calls in a particular time. But if we have 1,000,000 processors, then yeah, of course they could handle 500 calls in a particular time. So statement 2 is not sufficient on its own, and the correct answer is A. If you found this video useful, go to quantreasoning.com for a lot more where that came from. You should also click that like button and let me know in the comments below what you'd like me to make future videos about. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and do that and click that bell below so you get notified about future videos. See you next time.